Hello, welcome to the session of software design and problem solving. In this lecture, I'll be explaining about the computational approach of problem solving. So prior to solving any problem, we need to have these three steps clarified. Assumptions need to be made with a basis. So when we have a problem, we have to make an assumption. If we have assumptions, we have to be very clear of those. And irrelevant information need to be discarded. So if the information is irrelevant, it is out of the problem, out of the scope, we have to discard it. And remove all ambiguities prior to understanding the problem. So the problem should be very clear, crystal clear, in order to design the solution. Otherwise, if the problem is not clear, it is not possible to design the solution. The computational approach for problem solving. In computing, we focus on problems where the solutions are expressible in the form of algorithm. So we have a problem, we know what kind of solution should be done. So we have to tell the computer that you have to do like this. It's like a set of instructions. So we call it as an algorithm. The way how the computer solves a problem. So we know the problem, we have a problem and we know the solution in our mind. So we have to tell it to the computer in the form of an algorithm. So tools for representing algorithms, flowcharts, it's like a graphical representation, pseudocode we'll be discussing here, and structure chart. So we'll discuss those. So pseudocode, a way of expressing algorithms that uses a mixture of English phrases and indentation to make the steps in the solution explicit. So it's plain English and with indentation. So let's see an example in future slides. For example, we have a problem, add 3 numbers. A program is required, so we'll try to start with the most simple problem, adding 3 numbers. A program is required to read 3 numbers, then add them together and print the output. So you have to read numbers, add them and print the output. So if you carefully analyze, you can see you have the input and you have a process and you have the output. So input, process, output plays an important role in problem solving. So first we underline the nouns and adjectives, 3 numbers total. So next we underline the verbs and adverbs, read, add, print. So the solution for the algorithm. So this is the thing that you should write. Add 3 numbers, get number 1, number 2 and number 3. So that is the input. Next we have calculate total equals. So it is crystal clear that it's straightforward what we have to do to get the total. Number 1 plus number 2 plus number 3. So we have to add these 3 numbers, get the total and print the total. So it has input, process and output. So input is getting the numbers as the process. So what will happen to those numbers? So we are calculating the total. Number 1, number 2 plus number 3 and next we print the total. So you can follow this notation. You can have the topic like this. Capital letters with underscore and get calculate total, those are capital as well. Get calculate print, words are capital. So you can follow the same thing to find the average temperature. The solution. So that's the end of this session.